The massive screen at Earth's Defense Intelligence Division headquarters lit up with unusual patterns of light. Dr. James Miller leaned forward in his chair, his eyes fixed on the dancing signals that shouldn't exist. His coffee had gone cold hours ago, forgotten as he tracked the strange communications intercepted by humanity's deep space monitoring network. "Sir, we're picking up more transmissions," said Peter, one of the younger analysts. His fingers flew across the holographic keyboard, bringing up new data streams. They're not even trying to hide their signals anymore. Dr. Miller nodded slowly, his weathered face reflecting the blue glow of the screens. At 65, he had spent 4 decades building and leading Earth's secret defense intelligence program. Now it seemed all those years of preparation would finally prove their worth. "Play the translated audio," he ordered, his voice steady despite the weight of the moment. The computer's eye processed the alien language, converting it into clear English. The voices that filled the room were confident, arrogant even. Asterisk, "The Earth species shows minimal space presence." Asterisk, said one voice. Asterisk, "Their technology appears to be limited to their solar system. Perfect candidates for integration into the coalition." Asterisk. Another voice chimed in. Asterisk, "Their internal conflicts make them ideal for conquest. They can't even unite their own planet." Asterisk. Dr. Miller allowed himself a small smile. If only they knew. He stood up and walked to the window overlooking the underground facility. The vast chamber housed rows of quantum computers and monitoring stations, all staffed by Earth's brightest minds. On the surface, this facility appeared to be a simple weather monitoring station. In reality, it was one of 50 such installations scattered across the globe, all part of humanity's carefully constructed facade. "Send the alpha signal," he commanded, turning back to his team. "It's time to wake the sleepers." Peter's eyes widened. The alpha signal was something they had only practiced in simulations. "All of them, sir. All of them." Across the planet, hidden facilities began powering up. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, massive fusion reactors hummed to life. In the heart of mountain ranges, cloaked hangars opened their doors. High above the Earth, satellites that appeared to be defunct space junk shed their disguises, revealing advanced weapon systems and defense platforms. Dr. Miller walked to the central command station and placed his palm on the scanner. A hidden panel slid open, revealing a red button protected by a crystal case. He lifted the case and pressed the button without hesitation. "Attention all Phoenix Protocol installations," his voice echoed through the global network. "This is Control. Authentication code. Echo 7 Delta Phoenix Rising. We have confirmed first contact intentions. Level 1 protocols are now active. This is not a drill." Around the world, military and civilian leaders received the message they had trained for their entire careers. The carefully maintained illusion of a divided Earth was about to serve its ultimate purpose. In orbit, the alien scout ships continued their surveillance, unaware that their every move was being tracked by systems far more advanced than they could imagine. Their scans showed exactly what humanity wanted them to see: scattered settlements, primitive space stations, and the expected technological level of a pre-FTL civilization. "How long until they make their move?" Peter asked, monitoring the alien communications. "Based on their patterns, I'd say less than a week," Dr. Miller replied. He walked to a large digital map showing Earth and its surrounding space. Red dots indicated the positions of the alien vessels. "They're following the same protocol they've used on other worlds. Scout, assess, intimidate, then invade." He tapped a command into his personal console, bringing up a classified display showing Earth's true defensive capabilities. The room fell silent as layers of hidden infrastructure appeared on the map. Orbital defense platforms, dimensional pocket facilities, quantum weapon arrays, and antimatter production centers, all invisible to conventional detection methods. "Humanity has waited centuries for this moment," Dr. Miller said, his voice filled with quiet confidence. "We've used every invasion story, every alien movie, every sci-fi novel to prepare our people. While they thought we were entertaining ourselves with fiction, we were training for reality. He turned to face his team, seeing the same determination reflected in their eyes. Now we get to show them why humanity has survived every challenge it has ever faced. Let them come thinking we're weak. The truth will be far more interesting. Above them, the alien ships continued their surveillance, blissfully unaware that they weren't hunting humanity. Humanity was hunting them. Deep beneath the Antarctic ice, in a facility unknown to even most world governments, General Emma Roberts stood before a massive window overlooking humanity's greatest achievement. The Phoenix Protocol's central command hub stretched for miles in every direction, a testament to centuries of secret preparation. "Status report," she commanded, her breath creating small clouds in the cold air. Despite the advanced heating systems, they kept the temperature low to maintain the quantum processors. "All systems are running at optimal levels, General," reported Colonel David Thompson, his tablet displaying real-time updates from global defense networks. "The aliens still haven't detected our energy signatures." Emma allowed herself a moment of pride. The quantum shielding technology that hid their true capabilities had started as a theory scribbled on a napkin 60 years ago. Now it was humanity's strongest advantage. "Show me the arsenal," she ordered. The wall-sized screen came to life, displaying a global map dotted with thousands of green points of light. Each one represented a weapons platform, defense system, or hidden facility. What looked like random placement to untrained eyes was actually a carefully designed web of overlapping defensive zones. "Remember when we used to make movies about aliens invading Earth?" David asked, zooming in on the North American sector. "All those stories about humanity scrambling to find a way to fight back at the last minute." Emma nodded, a slight smile crossing her face. "The greatest misdirection campaign in human history. Every alien invasion movie, every sci-fi novel about unprepared humans, all of it carefully crafted to maintain our image as a vulnerable species." The truth was far different from those stories. After the first confirmed alien signal was detected in 1947, Earth's leaders had made an unprecedented decision. Instead of announcing it to the world, they created the Phoenix Protocol, a multi-generational plan to prepare humanity for inevitable first contact. "Pulling up the Thunderbolt fleet status," David announced, his fingers dancing across the holographic controls. The display shifted, showing massive hangars hidden inside mountains and beneath oceans. Inside each one, ships that would make those alien movies look primitive waited in silent readiness. Antimatter drives, quantum phase shields, and weapons that could tear holes in space itself, all developed in absolute secrecy. "They think our most advanced vessels are those little pods we use to reach the International Space Station," Emma said, watching as another sensor update showed the alien ships continuing their arrogant surveillance. "Let them keep thinking that." A soft chime interrupted their conversation. Dr. Miller's face appeared on a side screen, his expression serious. "General Roberts, the aliens have begun broadcasting their standard peaceful contact message," he reported. "Just like the other civilizations they've conquered. They're following their usual pattern exactly as predicted." Emma straightened her uniform, decades of military discipline evident in every movement. "Then we'll follow our pattern too. Begin Phase 2 of the protocol." Across the planet, hidden facilities hummed with increased activity. In orbit, microscopic sensors tracked every alien movement. Underground factories that had been producing advanced technology for decades shifted into higher gear. Conventional wisdom says that a species would show off its best technology, try to look as advanced as possible, David mused, watching the activity levels rise across the board. "We did the opposite." "Because conventional wisdom gets civilizations conquered," Emma replied. She walked to another window, this one overlooking rows of quantum computers that coordinated Earth's defenses. "We learned from every alien transmission we intercepted. Show strength, get challenged. Show weakness, get underestimated," David finished. A new alert flashed on their screens. The alien ships were moving closer, preparing for their first official contact with what they thought was a primitive species barely able to reach their own moon. Emma's expression hardened. Humanity spent centuries looking up at the stars in fear, imagining hostile aliens coming to destroy us. We took that fear and turned it into the greatest defensive network ever created. She turned to her staff, seeing the same controlled anticipation in their faces. Now we get to show them why you should never judge a species by its public face. Send word to all Phoenix facilities. Stand ready, but maintain the illusion. Let's see how long it takes our visitors to realize they're not the hunters here. Above them, Earth's hidden defenses tracked every alien ship, every transmission, every movement. The trap was set. Humanity was ready. The alien ship descended through Earth's atmosphere like a gleaming silver tear, its hull shimmering in the morning sun. Captain Robert Stone watched from the greeting platform at the International Space Center, maintaining a carefully neutral expression. Behind him, a small group of Earth's representatives waited, all of them trained for this exact moment. Remember, he whispered into his hidden communicator, we're just simple humans, amazed by their advanced technology. The ship landed with perfect precision on the marked zone. A soft hiss echoed across the platform as its entry ramp extended to the ground. The gathered news crews, all carefully selected operatives, raised their cameras. 3 tall figures emerged from the ship. Their blue-tinted skin and elongated limbs marked them as members of the Stellar Coalition's diplomatic corps. Robert recognized their species from years of intercepted transmissions. The tallest one stepped forward, activating a translation device. People of Earth, the alien spoke, its voice smooth and practiced. We come in peace, representing the Stellar Coalition. We are here to welcome you into the greater galactic community. Robert stepped forward, playing his role perfectly. We are honored by your presence, he said, making his voice shake slightly. This is a historic moment for humanity. The alien diplomat, who introduced himself as first speaker, smiled in what he probably thought was a reassuring way. Indeed it is. We have been watching your progress for some time. Your species shows great potential. Behind his welcoming smile, Robert noted every subtle gesture, every quick glance the aliens made at Earth's visible technology. Their condescension was clear. They thought they were dealing with children. The meeting moved inside the Space Center's conference room. It was furnished with technology that would appear advanced to humans of 50 years ago, exactly the level of development the aliens expected to find. Your achievements are impressive for a young species, first speaker said, examining a basic fusion reactor display. With proper guidance, you could advance significantly in just a few centuries. We're eager to learn, Robert replied, keeping his tone humble. Through his neural implant, disguised as a simple hearing aid, he could sense the quantum scanners analyzing every piece of alien technology. Though we hope our internal conflicts don't concern you. First speaker exchanged glances with his companions. Not at all. Such divisions are natural for developing civilizations. The Coalition can help unite your world under proper guidance. Asterisk, I bet you could asterisk, Robert thought, maintaining his diplomatic smile. In his hidden earpiece, he could hear General Roberts monitoring the conversation from the Antarctic facility. Their ship's running active scans of our defense capabilities, her voice whispered, showing them exactly what we want them to see. Continue as planned, Captain. The meeting continued for hours. The aliens presented gifts of advanced technology, medical scanners, and power cells that Earth had surpassed centuries ago. Robert and his team responded with appropriate awe and gratitude. We have brought something special to demonstrate our goodwill, first speaker announced near the end of the meeting. A hovering drone entered, carrying a small device. This is a basic faster-than-light communication unit. Consider it a symbol of our trust. Robert accepted the device with seemingly shaking hands. Inside his mind, quantum computers were already analyzing its structure, adding to Earth's vast database of alien technology. "We are humbled by your generosity," he said, bowing slightly. "Though I must ask, why choose Earth? Surely there are more advanced civilizations worthy of your attention." First speaker's smile widened slightly. "We believe in helping developing species reach their full potential. The Coalition has guided many worlds toward advancement. We look forward to doing the same for Earth." As the aliens departed that evening, Robert stood watching their ship ascend into the darkening sky. His neural implant registered the multiple spy devices they had left behind, each one now feeding false data back to their fleet. "Phase 3 is ready." General Roberts' voice came through his earpiece. "Let them think they fooled us. Soon they'll learn what happens when you mistake patience for weakness." Robert smiled as the alien ship disappeared into the clouds. The real test was about to begin, and humanity was ready to pass it with flying colors. 3 days after first contact, Admiral Kate West stood on the bridge of a seemingly ordinary space station, watching the alien fleet's approach on old-style radar screens. The station, called Hope's Progress in public broadcasts, was supposedly humanity's most advanced orbital facility. In reality, it was empty, a carefully crafted prop in humanity's greatest performance. "They're right on schedule," her second-in-command, Jack Reynolds, noted, just like the intelligence reports predicted. "Predictable bullies," Kate said, her gray eyes fixed on the approaching ships. "They've done this to 17 other civilizations. Show up, play nice, then demonstrate their power." The alien fleet emerged from behind Earth's moon. 12 warships arranged in an attack formation. Their silver hulls gleamed in the sunlight, weapon ports clearly visible. It was meant to be intimidating. Kate found it almost amusing. Her hidden neural link connected her to the real command center deep beneath the Pacific Ocean. "All stations ready," she reported. "The stage is set." First speaker's voice boomed across all Earth's communication channels. "People of Earth, we have observed concerning developments in your military activities. For your own protection, the Coalition must establish a more direct presence in your system." Right on cue, panicked messages flooded the airwaves from Earth's governments. The fear and confusion sounded perfectly real, each message carefully crafted by Earth's best AI systems. "Please," Robert Stone's voice rang out from the space station's communications array, letting fear seep into his tone. "We mean no harm. The weapons you detected are only for self-defense." The alien commander's response was cold. "We cannot risk allowing potentially dangerous technologies to develop unchecked. A demonstration is required." 3 of the alien warships moved forward, their weapons charging. Green energy beams lanced out, striking the empty space station. The structure erupted in a spectacular explosion, sending debris spinning into space. Across Earth's public channels, chaos erupted. Leaders demanded explanations. Military commands were shouted. To the aliens, it must have looked like a primitive species realizing just how outmatched they were. Kate waited exactly 3 minutes, letting the aliens savor their moment of superiority. Then she spoke, her voice calm and clear across all channels. That was a mistake. She sent a single command through her neural link. High above Earth's North Pole, a patch of seemingly empty space rippled. A single defense platform dropped its quantum camouflage, one of thousands hidden in Earth's orbit. Before the alien fleet could react, the platform fired. There was no beam of light, no dramatic explosion, just a focused quantum field that enveloped 3 alien warships. When it faded a second later, the ships hung dead in space, every system frozen at the quantum level. Silence fell across all channels. "This is Admiral Kate West of Earth's Defense Force," she broadcasted, letting her voice carry all the authority of humanity's centuries of preparation. "The station you destroyed was unmanned, a prop we left out for you to find. We expected this attack. We've studied your tactics for generations. You've used this same display of force on 17 other civilizations." She paused, letting the implications sink in. What you just saw was a single defensive platform using minimal power. It targeted your ship's quantum matrices directly, something your sensors said we couldn't possibly understand. This was our warning shot. Through the quantum link, she could sense the alien fleet's panicked communications, their desperate attempts to restart their ship's systems. Their scans were finally penetrating Earth's facade, revealing layers of technology far beyond their understanding. "We recommend you reconsider your position," Kate continued, her voice level. "Those ships will remain disabled for the next hour. Consider it a timeout, a chance to think about your choices. You came to test us. Test failed." She turned to Jack, allowing herself a small smile. "Send word to General Roberts. Tell her to prepare Phase 4. I think our visitors are about to become much more diplomatic." In orbit, the alien fleet hung motionless, their perfect formation shattered. The hunters had just become the hunted, and Earth was just getting started. The hour of waiting ended with a simple message from the alien fleet. "We wish to discuss terms." In the Antarctic Command Center, General Emma Roberts stood before the gathered Earth Defense Council. The massive chamber, hidden beneath 2 miles of ice, hummed with energy as representatives from every nation watched the aliens' humbled response. "Show them everything," Dr. Miller asked from his position at the quantum controls. "Are we sure that's wise?" Emma nodded. Fear of the unknown brought them here. Let's show them exactly why that fear was justified. She pressed her palm against the central console, initiating the Phoenix Protocol's revelation sequence. Across Earth's orbit, thousands of quantum shields dropped simultaneously. Hidden installations, defense platforms, and weapon systems shimmered into view like stars appearing at dusk. First Speaker's face appeared on the main screen, his usual confidence replaced by barely controlled panic. What is this?" "This," Emma replied calmly, "is why you should have done better research." At her signal, Earth's true defensive grid activated. Rings of energy surrounded the planet, each one representing a different layer of protection. Dark matter manipulators bent space itself into defensive barriers. Quantum shields stronger than the cores of stars shimmered in the sunlight. "Impossible," one of the alien commanders whispered. "Your civilization was primitive. We saw your technology level." "You saw what we wanted you to see," Dr. Miller said, stepping forward. "Those old rockets, props, the international conflicts, carefully staged. That primitive space station you destroyed, we built it specifically for you to target." Emma gestured, and the display changed to show Earth's hidden shipyards. Massive vessels emerged from underwater bases and mountain hangars. Each one made the alien warships look like children's toys. "While you were conquering primitive species," Emma continued, "we were learning from your mistakes. Every transmission you sent, every world you subjugated, we watched and prepared. Those 17 civilizations you conquered, we couldn't save them. But we made sure their sacrifice taught us everything we needed to know." The alien fleet's sensors were finally seeing Earth's true face. Their scans showed technology that bordered on the impossible. Antimatter reactors powered cities hidden beneath the oceans. Quantum computers more advanced than anything in the Coalition's arsenal ran Earth's defense grid. "Your species," First Speaker struggled to find words. "You're not primitive at all." "No," Emma agreed. "We're not. We're the nightmare your coalition never saw coming. A species that chose to appear weak while building strength. One that turned its fear of the stars into the greatest defensive network ever created." Dr. Miller brought up another display, showing the full extent of Earth's preparation. Those movies we made about alien invasions, training tools, the books about hostile first contact, military manuals disguised as fiction. We spent centuries preparing our people for this moment, while making the galaxy think we were just telling stories. The alien ships hung motionless in space, surrounded by Earth's revealed might. Their sensors detected no weaknesses, no gaps in the defense. Every attempt to find a vulnerability revealed 3 more layers of protection. By our estimates, Emma said, her voice carrying the weight of centuries of preparation, Earth's current technology level is approximately 300 years ahead of the Coalition's best achievements. Would you like a demonstration? That won't be necessary, first speaker replied quickly. We clearly misunderstood Earth's status in the galaxy. Emma allowed herself a small smile. Yes, you did. Now shall we discuss terms? Real ones this time, between equals. Or would you prefer we show you exactly why humanity's fear of the stars made us stronger than anything you could imagine? The aliens' response was immediate. We are prepared to negotiate. Above Earth, the revealed defense grid hummed with power, each system a testament to humanity's determination to never be the victim in its own story. The hunters had become the hunted, and the galaxy would never be the same. Commander Tom Hayes stood on the bridge of the EDS Thunderbolt, Earth's flagship, as it emerged from its dimensional pocket near Jupiter. The massive ship, 5 miles long and powered by 3 antimatter cores, had been humanity's best-kept secret for 50 years. Now it was time to show it to the galaxy. All ships, report in, he ordered, watching as the fleet emergence sequence began. One by one, holes in space opened around the solar system. From each one came humanity's hidden fleet. Ships of all sizes appeared, destroyers, carriers, and battleships that had trained in secret for generations. Their black hulls, designed to absorb both energy and attention, gleamed in the starlight. Sir, his tactical officer reported, the alien fleet is detecting our emergence. Their communications just exploded with activity. Tom smiled. I bet they did. Show me their reaction. The main screen displayed the alien fleet's frantic movement. Their tight formation scattered as more human ships appeared. Each time they thought they had counted them all, another wave emerged from dimensional storage. They're calling for reinforcements, the communications officer announced. Should we stop them? Let them call, Tom replied. It's time for Phase 2. Signal the colonies. Across the galaxy, hidden human outposts activated their beacons. On the strategic display, dots of light appeared everywhere. Planets, moons, and space stations that humanity had secretly colonized over the past century. Each one had stayed hidden using the same quantum technology that had concealed Earth's true power. The alien commander's voice crackled across the command channel. This is impossible. You can't have this many ships. These colonies can't exist. Actually, Tom responded, keeping his voice casual, we have more. These are just the ones we're willing to show you. Would you like to see the rest? Without waiting for an answer, he gave the signal. The Thunderbolt's special weapons array powered up. Space itself bent around the ship as it demonstrated humanity's mastery of dimensional technology. The alien fleet's sensors went crazy as they detected power readings that shouldn't have been possible. What you're seeing, Tom explained, is what happens when a species spends centuries preparing for the worst. Those colonies you detected, some are older than your coalition. We've been quietly expanding while making sure no one noticed. The tactical display showed more alien ships arriving, the reinforcements they had called. Tom watched calmly as they took position around their original fleet. Commander, his XO reported with a hint of amusement, they've brought their entire regional defense fleet, 300 ships. Tom nodded. And how many do we have in just this system? 2,000, sir, with another 5,000 ready to jump in from the colonies. The alien commander's voice came back, less confident now. You planned this. All of it. The weak satellites, the primitive weapons, the fake space station. We did, Tom agreed. We've been planning it since before your grandparents were born. Humanity united in secret, built in secret, and expanded in secret, all while letting the galaxy think we were primitive savages who couldn't stop fighting each other. He stood from his command chair and walked to the main viewport. The Thunderbolt's massive hull stretched out before him, representing centuries of human determination and ingenuity. Right now, he continued, human ships are decloaking near every major coalition military base in this sector. Don't bother checking. Your communications will be down for the next 10 minutes, just long enough for you to appreciate your situation. The alien fleet hung motionless, surrounded by humanity's revealed might. Their sensors showed them the truth they had never suspected. They weren't dealing with a primitive species. They were facing a civilization that had outmaneuvered them before they even knew the game had begun. Now, Tom said, shall we discuss the future of galactic politics? I believe Earth's vote should count for quite a bit more than you originally planned. Around the solar system, more human ships emerged from hiding. The message was clear. The time for hiding was over. Now it was humanity's turn to reshape the galaxy. General Maria Ross stood in the grand hall of Earth's hidden lunar base, watching as the alien delegation entered. The massive chamber, carved into the moon's core and hidden for over a century, served as the perfect location for humanity's final message to the galaxy. The alien leaders looked small now, their earlier arrogance replaced by careful politeness. First speaker led their group, followed by the coalition's highest military commanders and political leaders who had rushed to the Sol system after Earth's revelation. Welcome to Armstrong Base, Maria said, her voice echoing in the vast chamber. I trust your journey through our defense grid was educational. First speaker nodded stiffly. During their approach, they had seen just a fraction of Earth's true military might. Every few minutes, they had passed another layer of defenses, each more advanced than anything the coalition possessed. First speaker paused, choosing his words carefully. We wish to express our sincere apologies for our previous misconceptions about Earth. Maria walked to a large window overlooking Earth. The planet glowed blue and green in the distance, surrounded by its rings of defensive platforms and patrol ships. Misconceptions. Is that what you call plotting to conquer a supposedly primitive species? We were wrong. Another coalition leader spoke up. We see that now. Your technology, your preparations, they're beyond anything we thought possible. And yet, Maria turned back to face them. We're choosing not to destroy your fleet. Do you know why? The aliens shifted uncomfortably. Their scans had shown them the truth. Earth could have wiped out their entire fleet in seconds. Instead, humanity had simply revealed its power and invited them to talk. Because, Maria continued, we learned something during our centuries of preparation. Something you forgot while conquering those 17 civilizations. True strength isn't about destruction. It's about choice. She gestured, and the chamber's walls became transparent, revealing the vast shipyards and research facilities hidden within the moon. Countless workers and scientists moved about their tasks, advancing human technology even further. Right now, she explained, Earth has military bases near every major coalition world. We have ships that could end this conversation before you could blink. We have weapons that could reshape the galaxy. She paused, letting that sink in. But we're not going to use them. You're showing mercy. First speaker asked, confused. We're showing wisdom, Maria corrected. Those invasion movies we made. They taught us something important. The truly advanced species isn't the one that conquers. It's the one that protects. She pressed a button on her uniform, and a holographic display appeared in the center of the room. It showed the 17 civilizations the coalition had conquered. Here's what's going to happen, Maria said firmly. You're going to free those worlds. All of them. Earth will oversee their reconstruction and protection. Any civilization that wants to join the coalition will do so by choice, not force. And if we refuse? One of the military commanders asked quietly. Maria smiled. It wasn't a pleasant expression. Then we stopped being nice. Those hidden bases I mentioned, they're not just for show. Think carefully about your answer. The aliens huddled together, discussing in hurried whispers. It didn't take long for them to reach a decision. We agree to your terms, first speaker announced. The coalition will reform under Earth's guidance. Good choice, Maria nodded. Now, one final message for you to take back to your people. Consider it humanity's warning to the galaxy. She walked closer to the alien delegation, her voice carrying the weight of centuries of human determination. We kept ourselves hidden because we chose to. We stayed quiet because we wanted to. But we're done hiding now. From this day forward, Earth stands as the protector of this galaxy's peace. We're not interested in conquest or control. But if anyone, anywhere, tries to prey on those weaker than themselves, she let the words hang in the air. They'll find out exactly why humanity spent centuries preparing for war while praying for peace. The aliens left the moon that day with a peace treaty, a reformed coalition, and a clear understanding. The galaxy had changed forever. Humanity had emerged from the shadows, not as conquerors, but as guardians. And the stars themselves would learn to respect that choice.